All right, how to name acids. Well, let's begin with the formulas. So first of all, we recognize these are all acids because they all start with H, therefore they're acids. All right, now remember that when it comes to naming acids, you're generally going to see ones that contain oxygen and ones that don't, and that's going to give us two very different classes of names. Remember, the ones that do not contain oxygen have hydro in the name. The ones that do contain oxygen don't have hydro in the name. So this one, for example, is based on the polyatomic ion oxalate. So we're going to say that if you ate an acid, you would say ick. So we're going to have this acid based on oxalate. It's going to be called oxalic acid. This is sulfite. This acid is based on sulfite. And ite gets replaced by the us ending. So this is sulfurous acid, a little bit of an irregular thing, but sulfurous acid is the name of it. Unlike the ones above, this one contains no oxygen, so it starts with hydro, and then because it's based on sulfur, it's sulfuric acid. This does not contain hydro because oxygen's in the formula. In fact, it's based on phosphate. Oops, phosphate. And remember, if you ate an acid, you'd say ick, so that means phosphoric acid. Bit of an irregular also. But it does end in ick, as we would do that based on the polyatomic ion. All right, this one right here, no oxygen, so hydro. Nitrogen makes nitric. And then acid. Right here, this is based on cyanide. There's no oxygen, so hydro, cyanic acid. Next, bromine. I should say, bromate. This is based on bromate, so we're going to call it bromic acid. Again, if you ate an acid, you'd say X, so bromate becomes bromic acid. This is sulfate, another 8 becoming an ick ending, so sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. Next, this is permanganate. Permanganic acid. All right, now these formulas of acids. All right, hydrofluoric acid. So it's based on fluorine, has no oxygen. So I'm going to say it's based on fluorine, has no oxygen, and because it's an acid, it has to start with H. Fluorine's a minus charge if you look at the periodic table. Hydrogen's a plus. So that's one of each, which means HF. Hydroselenic acid. We find selenium on the periodic table. It's right here. Charge of -2, same as these elements. So that's hydro means no oxygen. So it's just going to be hydrogen and selenium. Hydrogen is a +1, selenium is a -2. So 2 hydrogens, 1 selenium. H2Se. Carbonic acid. So it's going to be based on, ick tells me it's based on an H polyatomic ion, so carbonate, which is this, with a -2 charge. And it's an acid, so it starts with H, which is a plus charge. So it's going to be 1 carbonate and 2 hydrogens, i.e. H2CO3. All right, what's next? Bromic acid. Again, it's based on bromate, because the ick ending means it's bromate. Hydrogen plus 1 bromate, 1 hydrogen, so HBrO3, as was determined up here. Bromic acid is HBrO3. Nitrous acid. The us ending tells me that the ion ends in ite, so it's nitrite, which is NO2 with a minus charge. So H paired with NO2, H is a plus, NO2 is a minus, so that's 1 NO2 and 1 H, giving HNO2. Hydrophosphoric acid. So no oxygen. That refers to the element phosphorus. Phosphorus, as you may remember, is a -3 charge. So -3 for the phosphorus, plus 1 for the hydrogen. 1 phosphorus, 3 hydrogens in the formula. H3P is the answer. Next, hypochlorous acid is based on hypochlorite. The us ending tells you it's an ite. Hypochlorite is ClO with a minus charge. Pair it with a hydrogen to make it an acid. 1 hypochlorite ion, 1 acid ion. HClO is the formula. Dichromic acid is based on dichromate, which is Cr2O7 with a 2- charge. Pair that with hydrogen, which is a plus charge, and you're going to see 1 dichromate, 2 hydrogens. So here's my 2 hydrogens, and the dichromate is Cr2O7, looking like that. Remember, if there's only 1 polyatomic ion, no parentheses needed. Next, hydrobromic acid. No oxygen in the formula, so it's just hydrogen and bromine. 1 hydrogen, 1 bromine, HBr. All right, that's how you do it.